It's the Eddie Block Film Show. You know us all so well over here. Hope you're having a good day. Today is Thursday, September 5th. Gotta play my song. I gotta get a new song though. I gotta get a new song. Yeah, we watching Eddie.
Getting facts ready, keeping all the cameras steady, audio ready, so unlock, yep, and low. Patriots prepare for the Eddie Block Show. Eddie Block Films, Eddie Block Film Show, Eddie Block Films, Eddie Block Film
I never opened this up for my birthday. I didn't even look what this thing was.
Block Films, Eddie Block, Eddie Block Films.
Got a man card. I got, look, I even got a serial number. And yes, you got my hair gel on there. Yes, I'm old school. I'm definitely old school. Oh shoot, I'm sorry. Somebody texted me about something bad that happened. I had to say sorry. Hold on, I'm live now. Now. Sorry, I had to tell somebody. So, you want to hear that again, do you? I like that song, but not that much. How's it all going today? You know what? I messed up. What did I mess up? I have had a good sleep finally, a little bit today. So I didn't prepare for this news show. I got all the news set up. I got it ready to go, but I didn't even look at what the news articles are. We're just gonna wing it today. I'm pretty good at winging it. So yeah, we're gonna wing it. And in fact, you know, I actually got asked today by some other people if they could come on the show. If I remember correctly, I think it's this Tuesday, which is gonna be what is this Tuesday? Tuesday is going to be the 10th. I think, oh no, is it maybe the 17th? The 17th. I got Ellen Lee Zhao coming. Ellen Lee Zhao is going to be a guest on the show. And Ellen Lee Zhao is running for mayor of San Francisco. She's running on the conservative side. And what day do we say? Tuesday, September 10th. No, so this Tuesday, we got Ellen Lee Zhao coming in, who's running for San Francisco mayor. She's not her first time running as mayor. She's run a couple times for San Francisco mayor. She's a good friend of mine, conservative, Chinese American, and that she knows what it's like to live in communism because she came from communist China. So we're going to welcome her on the show on Tuesday. It should be good. She's actually a pretty funny lady. She likes to joke around a lot. But if you don't know what they're doing to her in San Francisco, they last time around in 2020, they actually was blocking her ads, and they took her ads down, wouldn't let her ads be put up. They said they were, you know, violation of something, and they totally screw with her. So London Breed could win, which is very unfortunate. But that's all right. Hopefully she's going to get in. So let's do our quote of the day. I don't have it set up. I know I set it up earlier. What happened? I must have turned off my computer or something. All right, here's your quote of the day. Wow, that thing is huge. That's what she said. So the quote of the day is this: the best way to ensure success is to never lose energy, because the things aren't going as fast as you want them to. Says it's unknown. So the best way to ensure success is to never lose energy. Things aren't going as fast as you want them to. Just because, or lose energy because things aren't going as fast as you want to. So, you know, like this show, right? People like this, you get a show, you want to be that person that gets like 1 million viewers and stuff like that, you know? But it just doesn't happen overnight. You may want it to happen overnight. I mean, like, look, right now, everybody's still coming in. I got like 2 people watching. What's up? What's up, Hope Rising? So, you know, I want to be like having 1 million subscribers right now, right? But it doesn't work that way. We got we got like 60 some odd subscribers on YouTube, 300 something on Rumble. We're slowly getting there. It takes time and time and time, right? But if I were to just give up right now, you know, or slow down, then it's never going to keep going up. So we got to going up and up and up. You just got to work hard and keep it going. How the heck are you doing today, Hope? So anyways, let me join this in here in case somebody wants to come in. Yes, I'm on. We're over there in Discord. But yeah, we're having fun today. Been a long day. I'm old school big time, Hope. Not old. What's this one? Oh, that was that one. Here we go. Here we go. All right, let's get started. Like I said, folks, today I didn't prepare. I didn't read none of this stuff ahead of time. I didn't write any notes about what I thought. So we are off the cuff like I used to do before. I don't know, isn't these colors work together? I think this color works pretty dang good together. What are you out there barking? All right, so Meta, which y'all know is Facebook and good old Mark Zuckerberg. Let's steal a company from that our friends built up and call it our own Zuckerberg, right? It says he determines the line from river to sea is not hate speech. All right, so you guys are gonna have to bear with me because I don't understand, what this could be called as hate speech. So it says, and thus can be used in postings. So it can be used in postings now. I guess it was bad before. The Independent Oversight Board for Instagram and Facebook ruled Wednesday that the phrase from the river to the sea is not necessarily hate speech when addressing the Israel-Palestinian conflict. Okay, so why would that be bad? It says the ruling means that people on Meta-owned social media apps can continue to use the phrase in comments and posts as long as there's no overriding context that would otherwise be deemed problematic by Meta. All right, Hope, you're going to have to explain this one to me. What the heck do they mean? What is this meaning? And I have to say it, hate speech is still free speech. Just because it's free speech doesn't mean you should say it, right? But it also doesn't mean you shouldn't be able to say it, right? If you want to go and put you want to go and walk down the street in like some area and say something racist, you can say it all you want. Now, if those people kick your ass and beat you up for saying that word, well, that's your own fault, right? So, that's all I'm saying. Oh, I thought I had my phone turned off. I do. That beep's coming from the computer. That's why. I don't know where that beep's coming from. Anyways, so yeah, you can. I believe in free speech. You all know that. But the consequences come with what you say sometimes. So you want to say something racist, you can say it, but somebody may knock you out for it. And that's not right that they knock you out, but it doesn't mean that they won't do it. Consequences come with everything. Everything. So they say the phrase from river. Well, let's see, where was it? The ruling mean we read that. So it says the phrase from river to the sea has been a subject of controversy, particularly in the wake of the October 7th Hamas attacks on Israel and the subsequent Israeli military campaign in Gaza. While Hamas leadership and some pro-Palestine or Palestinian activities have used the phrase to advocate for a Palestinian state encompassing the entire nation between the Jordan River and the Mediterranean Sea, and others argue that it represents general solidarity or a call to return to pre-1967 borders. So basically it's saying, yeah, this is going to be all our land. What's up, Gavin Newsom? So they're saying this is going to be all our land. I guess that's why. How is that racist, though? How is that hate speech? Like, that's, so in Texas, you can't say, yeah, this is a freaking conservative state. That's hate speech? This is Texas. This is hate speech. I don't understand. I don't get it. Maybe somebody can explain it to me. So it says the Washington Times says Meta's Independent Oversight Board on Wednesday said usage of this phrase from river to sea is not inherently hateful and shouldn't be automatically removed. I still don't get why it's hateful. You know why it's hateful, Gavin? Maybe you can help me out. But I don't know. And I'm bad. I'm a bad host for that. All right, moving on to our next one. Missouri Attorney General leads 7 states against Biden's student loan cancellation. Okay, so President Biden is trying to sneak past Congress and mass cancel almost $147 billion in federally held student loans, according to a new lawsuit filed by 7 Republican-led states. So it's Alabama, Arkansas, Florida, Georgia, Missouri, North Dakota, and Ohio, where good old Princess Hope is from. Sued Biden, the Education Secretary Miguel Cardona, and the Department of Education over the latest student loan forgiveness plan that they say would unlawfully cancel $73 billion overnight and $146.9 billion overall. Wow, that's a lot of money. Because it means they will wipe out everyone from the river to the sea, which means the Jews. Oh, that's why it's racist. Okay, I get it now. Thank you for helping me out with that. Like I said, guys, I didn't get prepared today. I slept all day. So on this right here, I just graduated college a couple years ago, and that was starting right then and there. And so they give you time to pay it off. And so they, like, these people I talked to were like, you know what, don't pay it off. This thing's gonna go. And if it does, I think if you go to college, you should pay off your darn student debt. I really do. However, if the liberals are going to get their student debt paid off, right, and they have this much money to give away, And so that money is going to be gone really quick. Why the F not take it? Why not then pay off my student loans? Why not? The problem with it is, so I was approved for my VA benefits later than I started college. So I actually can get them to pay for my college for free. But because I started college before I got approved, they won't let me have that. So I'll take it any way I can get it, right? You want to give me free money and you're going to give it out no matter what, whether I take it or not. I'm sorry. If you don't take that money, then you're freaking stupid. I shouldn't say that, but you got bigger. What would you call that? You have bigger values than I do. Freaking hope. Yeah, you have a lot bigger values than I do because I would take the money. I'm not going to lie. They're going to give it out to anybody and everybody anyways. So if they're giving it out, it's going to go. Might as well take it, right? Just saying. This new plan to forgive student debt has yet to be finalized and will be sometime this fall. No debt can be forgiven before then, but the lawsuit argues that Biden administration is cutting corners to begin canceling debt potentially this week. Wow. Like I said, if you go to college and you take out these loans, you should pay them back. But if they're going to pay this money out, then do it. I mean, the money's going to go no matter what. No matter what. That's like saying you're dead thirsty, and because liberals gave you a bottle of water or something to drink, you're not going to drink it? I drink it. Got Miss Newsom in one ear and Eddie in the other. Uh-oh. Hopefully she's not yelling at you. Elon, we're up at Elon tweets already. I wouldn't. I didn't take any of that money, California Governor Brown. Really, you didn't? You got a lot higher morals than I do. I hate to say it. I know that sounds bad, but so is life sometimes, All right, let's check out some of the Elon Musk tweets today. Like I said, I didn't even have anything set up. We're going on the fly today. Why is that only halfway up? Let's go to this one. This one should be... Here we go. There we go. Now we got it looking good. All right, so some of Elon Musk's tweets for the day is this. Oops, wrong one. I'm going to go over here. So Moraes was demanding that X take actions that are illegal under Brazilian law and not silent about it. So we talked about that. Kamala wants to destroy your right to free speech under the Constitution. Let's see what she's saying.
Of justice. We are and will put the Department of Justice of the United States back in the business of justice. We will double the Civil Rights Division and direct.
So she's speaking in front of the NAACP. So we figured out yet. Is she Indian or is she black? Or is she both? Or which way does it go? Just curious.
Law enforcement to counter this extremism. We will hold social media platforms accountable for the hate infiltrating their platforms because they have a responsibility to help fight against this threat.
Wait a minute, I thought you can't say the word fight. I thought that's starting riots and racist.
To our democracy. And if you profit off of hate, if you act as a megaphone for misinformation or cyber warfare, if you don't police your platforms, we are going to hold you accountable as a community.
Why should they police it, right? Why should they police it? It's freedom of speech. It's a platform. They're not a publisher, right? If they're a publisher, then they have to suppress what they say. If they're a platform where anybody can speak, we learned this so many times in media law school. I mean, we went over, I got to get my media law book out and we'll talk about this because it's considered the town hall, right? You can go in the town hall, you can say whatever the hell you want and it's protected and under the freedom of speech within certain stuff, right? And like I said, you can say hateful things, but you're also going to get repercussions from it, right? Gavin says USSR. Is that what we're becoming again? Is that what she's trying to become? Starlink now constitutes roughly 2/3 of all active Earth satellites. Holy geez, 7,000 Starlink satellite today. Wow, that's a lot. So it says birth rates continue to plummet. Population collapse is a certainty. Number of lives in the EU from 1960 to 2022. So here in the live births in the EU went from, it looks like 6.7. You go down to the right, And down here, it's under 4 million. So we went down 3 million live births a year in the EU. That's the United Emirates. I mean, the United, you know what I'm talking about. No, I'm thinking of UAE. I was thinking of the wrong one. EU. So that's in Europe, right? The EU's average fertility rate is now 1.46, well below the global average of 2.27. You know why? Because communist countries around the world and liberals are saying that the country, there's too many people on Earth. We need to get rid of people. There's too many people on Earth. Too many people on Earth. That's what they keep saying. Look it up. You'll hear it all the freaking time. Look at that Falcon 9 flying off. Milei is being responsible, bringing prosperity to Argentina. Milei surpasses expectations with strong economic performance. Look at this dude. Look at the hair. Looks like he's a 70s freaking game show host there. Let's see anything else interesting? Sex. Okay, there we go. Sex offending rate of women, 3 per 1 million. So that's 0.3%. That doesn't sound like a lot, but any is too much, right? Sex offending rate of men, 395 per million. Oh, sex offending rate. So women having sexual offenses, okay, then sex offenders of the men is 395 per million. Then sex offending rates of trans women, 1,000. Yeah, it says trans women, 1,916 per million. Why do you think that is? What's up, Paul Wally? What's up? Why? Why do transgender culture have one? Let's see. So let's see. 34. So it's about 5 times, 500% more offender rates. Why do you think that is? I mean, is it just a society they live in? Because, is it just the groups they hang out with? Maybe, there's a couple bad people in their groups and it's weird. What population? Hold on, let's look at what population of the world is transgender. Should we look that up? Let's look that up. What do you guys think it is? What population? I should have done this already. Of the world is, they said transgender woman, right? Transgender woman. So generally fewer than 1% of the worldwide population are transgender, which with figures ranging from less than 0.1% to 0.6%. Many transgender people experience gender dysphoria, and some seek medical treatments such as hormone replacement therapy, gender-affirming surgery, or psychotherapy. And this is according to Wikipedia. Wikipedia, the place where my college, when I was in college, said we could never quote. Oh, wow, you guys can't even see that, can you? All right, let me move it over some. Just so you guys can see, I'm reading this actual thing from Wikipedia. So it's right here. You can see generally less than 1%. So let's go back to the other one. Let's see what you guys. I gotta move it over again. So it says 1.9 or 1,916 per million, compared to women sex offenders are 3 per 1 million, and sex offending rate of men is 395 per million. I mean, none is good, right? None is good at all. But why is the transgender community having so many more? Very interesting. Very interesting. I know I said it twice. This is badly needed. Okay, let's see what President Trump says.
Fourth, at the suggestion of Elon Musk, who has given me his complete and total endorsement. That's nice. Smart guy. He knows what he's doing.
He is a smart guy.
He knows what he's doing. It's very, very much appreciated. I will create a government efficiency commission tasked with conducting a complete financial and performance audit of the entire federal government and making recommendations for drastic.
So you know what that means. I can already tell you what that means. It means a lot of people are going to lose their effing jobs, right? A lot of people are going to, he's going to clean up house. Look what he did to X. He cleaned up X. He got rid of 80% of the freaking employees as soon as they came in, Elon Musk. Elon Musk, so he does have autism, right? I mean, he's one of the most intelligent men on this planet. Heck, I would almost compare him to, oh my gosh, Stephen, brain freeze. What's the guy? Stephen Hawking. I would almost equate him to Stephen Hawking, wouldn't you? I mean, the guy made his money building a PayPal, sold PayPal, and this, started all these other businesses. I mean, look at Tesla. I'm not big on the whole the electric car thing, right? But I would probably drive a Tesla. I wouldn't drive the Cybertruck, but I'd probably buy a Tesla. If I had money. Why not? Why not? It's a cool looking car. It's got some cool features. But Elon's definitely one of the smartest men that I consider. But then who the heck am I? I'm just some idiot, right? There was one of my favorite days at work, bringing Starlink's high-speed internet to a school in the Amazon and meeting and getting hugs from these extraordinary students. Gwen Shotwell. Who is Gwen Shotwell? Does she work for Starlink, I guess? Let's see who she is. She is president and COO of SpaceX. Nice. That's cool. Here, let's give her a little follow there. Let's give her a little Eddie Block Films follow. By the way, you can like me on Eddie Block Films on X right now. The threat to democracy, threat to bureaucracy. He censored so many counts that he had broken no law. Why are we talking about Alejandro's? Oh, I see. We're going to talk about this later, so I'm going to keep going past it. Free Brazil. Concerning. Well, look at these jets. I love looking at jets. The Polaris team conducted a flyover at Kennedy Space Center on Tuesday with Falcon 9 and Dragon vertical on the pad 39A, thanks to NASA at Kennedy Station. Let's look at these pictures. I like looking at. I don't even know what kind of plane these are. If Andy from Colorado was here, he'd be like, Eddie, those are that plane. So students were happy because Starlink brought them porn. Oh my gosh, Gavin. That's so wrong. What kind of planes are these? Does it say? It doesn't say what kind of planes these are. Those are pretty cool. Those are pretty good. Wow. All right, interesting. Let's look at one more and then we'll go. I look to serving America if the opportunity arises. No pay, no title, no recognition is needed. Trump to adopt Elon Musk's proposal for Government Efficiency Commission. Hell to the yes. Hell to the yes. What are we looking at here? What's this going on? The most important protest for free speech in the history of Brazil is about to take place. This must be what's going on for the... I made it too big. Interesting. Right on. All right, let's move on to, let's get back to the show. The good part of the show. Here we go. Biden administration. So Biden administration warns of Russia interfering with the election. Really? No way. All right, Polly Wally, we'll see you over in Rumble. We'll see you in Rumble. So it says Biden administration warns Russia interfering in the election. So the Biden administration all of a sudden now says that Russia is attempting to interfere in the 2024 presidential election, including through a sophisticated influence campaign that involved the creation of fake news sites designed to covertly spread Russian propaganda. Oh, you kind of mean like, gee, let's go out there and let's say that President Trump has 36 felonies. Let's put in a judge that we know, so that way he can get in trouble for sure. So that way we know he's going to get locked up. Let's put it in a city where there's only freaking liberals. There is no peers of Donald Trump because, yes, he may live around them, but they don't think the same way as Donald Trump. They hate Donald Trump. One of the jurors, I mean, they all hate him. So how is that fair to him? How is that not election interference? How is this not having him arrested all the way down there in Atlanta, Georgia? Well, that backfired, right? They arrested President Trump, and all the people came out and stood up behind President Trump because they're like, wow, he's a freaking beast, right? Then he gets shot, and you can't, and it doesn't say it's on YouTube or anything. You still talk about him on Amazon Alexa. Well, I guess they fixed it now. That's all election interference, right? I think so. That's why people on YouTube are able to question elections again, because they plan to question President Trump's 2024 win. I think I have to agree with you there, Mike. I mean, I'd have to agree with you there, Gavin. I gotta change your freaking name on my phone. Anyway, so federal agencies were set to announce Wednesday a series of actions against Russia in response to the operation, including charges filed by the Justice Department. So, isn't this free speech? They can say whatever they want. If they're paying the money for the ad, they can put up whatever ad they want. That's what I think. That's freedom of speech. It should be up to the people to decide what is right and what is wrong. That's why when you come here, I'll give you my opinion, but I'm trying to explain stuff to you guys so you can make your own decision. Don't just follow me. Don't be a follower. We are all leaders in this chat. We're all leaders. We're not followers. Nobody's a follower here. You guys are too badass. So, just saying. Just saying. All right. So it says Wednesday, a series of actions against Russia in response to the operation, including charge filed by attorney Merrick Garland, announced the efforts from federal investigators at the start of meeting the Election Threats Task Force. The Election Threats Task Force. Yeah, how good did they do when they're talking about the dang Biden laptop? Oh, that's false news. That's fake news. That's fake news. But it turned out to be real. They're just doing this so they can mess with the election again. Because there's probably some dirt President Trump has on Kamala, on Tim. He's just waiting for the right moment to bring it out. And you know what's going to happen then? They know he's got something, or they think he's got something, or he does have something. And they're just waiting for the ball to drop so they can say, oh, no. They're getting us prepared. They're going to say, oh, it's election interference. The FBI has figured out that Russia is doing this. Russia, right? The Gavin name was a joke in the first place until I found out I couldn't change. You can't change it? Well, that sucks. All right, so it says Defense Intelligence Officer, former agency officer Rebecca Koffler, told Fox News that RT and the other propaganda abroad were part of the permanent cyber warfare Russia wages on the West. RT is 100% a Russian government-controlled channel, and its sole intent is to predispose of the American population and wherever they are broadcasting towards the Russian point of view. Oh, you mean like CNN? You mean like Facebook? You mean like Twitter before it was X? When the government would tell them what they could say, what they couldn't, what was real, what was not? Gee, wasn't our government trying to do that back then so President Trump couldn't win? Funny how that works. But no, it's Russia. Russia can't do it, but we can. Oh yeah, we can do it all the time. What do you guys think about that one? All right. So the Biden-Harris administration files complaint against six Hamas leaders. I'm running out of treats for Donnie. I'm giving him his good treats now. I need to go buy him some more little treats tomorrow. We go to the store. There you go, Panda. Because you know what he does? He comes up here when I'm doing my show because he knows if he harasses me, he's bothering me in the show, and I got to give him a treat. Donnie's a smart little dude over here. So it says 3 of the Hamas leaders are already dead. The Daily Wire said the U.S. Justice Department announced criminal charges Tuesday afternoon against 6 senior leaders in Hamas, an Iranian-backed terrorist organization based in Gaza, over their role in carrying out the October 7th massacre against the U.S. and Israeli citizens last year. Okay, that's good. Of the 6 who were charged, 3 have been killed in recent months in response to the terrorist attack that they carried out. Those killed include Hanaya al-Mazari and Izza. The Justice Department said all the defendants have orchestrated, overseen, and supported Hamas decades long. So what are they going to do? What are they going to do to them? Does the DOJ highlighted other acts of terrorism? But still, just so you grasp the cynicism here, the Justice Department well knows that the dead cannot be prosecuted. This is not a criminal case. It's theater. So they're saying this is all for show. This is all like a smoke and mirrors kind of thing is what they're trying to say. I don't know about it enough. I finally opened this today. I didn't realize. I knew it was heavy. I thought it was a whole bunch of cards, but no. It's called the man card. It's a bottle opener. Pretty cool. I was sitting here and I never messed with it before. Yeah, this is all theater. This is all trying to make it look like they're doing the people, but they're not. All right, so here's our photo of the day. This I took this in 2012. This is a really old picture. This is the Grand Canyon. And it's funny. This is what I don't understand, you know. I went there in 2012. I think what Grand Canyon back then, it was like 30, 40, some odd bucks to get in. Luckily, I had my Cripple Pass, so I got in for free. We went there. I took like 4 or 5 pictures, said, oh, that's nice, and walked away. I mean, I don't know. I can't stand and look at this all day long. I like to look at it. It's cool. but I'm not going to check it out every single, just sit there for hours. How can you sit there for hours just looking at this? But then I didn't really go anywhere, and we were on our way to Tucson, Arizona, so who knows? All right. Once again, these are the things I don't like to talk about, but we got to talk about it here. It says 4 people murdered in school shooting in Atlanta. This happened yesterday, if I believe, right? Because at least 4 people were killed and 9 others were wounded in a school shooting an hour outside of Atlanta on Wednesday. The authority said 1 suspect was alive and taken into custody following the gunfire at Apache High School. The suspected shooter has been identified as 14-year-old Colt Gray. Too young to be doing this stuff. A student at the school. Authorities announced at a press conference around 4:30 p.m. local time. Gray is being charged with murder and will be tried as an adult. Law enforcement said Gray surrendered immediately upon apprehension. So Appalachia High School in Winder, Georgia, was put on lockdown on Wednesday morning following an active shooter situation. The high school, which is home to around 1,900 students, is 25 miles west of Athens, Georgia. Wow. Let's see what else we can find on this real quick. Let's see what I can find. I want to know a little bit more about this situation. I mean, why do these people do this? Do they think they're going to get away with it? Do they have a death wish? What do you think? I mean, this kid's 14 years old. Let's see what this Shadows of Ezra here says. GPS data reveals that an FBI special agent previously linked to multiple other shooters was within 1,000 feet of the Georgia school shooter, Colt Gray, on 11 separate occasions over a 14-month span. This is not a coincidence. Now, I don't have any proof of this, of what they're saying and stuff. So I guess this is the kid. The Georgia Bulldog fan, it looks like. And this is just a picture of the FBI. This is crazy. We got a warning or something like this the other day at your daughter's middle school. Really? Let's see what else they say about the other shooter. Hold on. We got to look up. We got to go to the latest. That's what we got to do. We got to do latest. That'll show more stuff. Maybe not latest. Let's do top. Confirmed that the Appalachia school shooter in Georgia had been monitored, visited, and questioned by agents in 2023. His neighbor revealed that he hadn't been seen in the same area until the day of the shooting. Interestingly enough, his siblings were around, but he remained out of sight. We're now being told his mother, reportedly a former addict, was arrested on drug charges just last November. His father, who endured a lifetime of abuse at the hands of his own parents, is now separated from his mom. The only known image of him shown on the right dates back to his childhood. No recent photos are currently available. But we just saw a picture on the other one. Let's see what this says right
here. Here at the home where he lived with his father and 2 younger siblings. This house right here along Harrison Mill Road is only about 6 miles from Appalachia High School. Now, until today, the neighbor directly across the street never even knew a teenager lived at this home, only seeing his 2 younger siblings around, but never Colt Gray until this morning.
He had on jeans,
sorry, guys.
a dark or black zip-up hoodie with the hood up, and a black backpack.
Sorry, guys. I didn't know you guys weren't there. I'm sorry.
I just felt odd.
I didn't know you guys weren't there.
Hours later, this starts unfolding, and then my grandson sends me a picture that's one of the students at Appalachia snapped of the shooter when he had his gun in his hand. And he said, "Gigi, is this who you saw?" And that was the boy.
That's just hours ago. The
scary.
FBI confirming Colt Gray was flagged by their National Threat Operations Center last year, accused of making online threats tied to shooting up a high school. The FBI says the Jackson County Sheriff's Office tracked those threats down to Colt Gray. They went to his home, spoke to his father and to Colt as well. Now, his father told them these were his hunting guns and that Colt never had unsupervised access to these guns. Colt also denying making those threats online.
So he was known by the police for this. Wow. What do you guys think about this? I mean, why are these young kids doing this? Is it, a lot of people want to say, oh, it's the guns on the games they play, right? Or it's just they're glorifying guns in this world. No, I think it has something else. I think it's got to be something else to it. I don't think it's just the guns and stuff you watch on TV. They said so the parents were separated. That doesn't help, right? I'm not sticking up for this kid at all. It's awful what he did. But I'm just, it's like, man, school shootings weren't a problem for Generation X. It started with Generation RX. You think the drugs they're giving out to kids nowadays, like the Ritalin and all that stuff, do they still even give that out for ADD? This is a shame right now. There are Republicans and Democrats, black people and white people, straight people and LGBT people waiting to see who the Appalachia high school shooter in Georgia is so they can use it for their narrative. Yeah. Let's see. You won't hear this on mainstream media. In the event in Georgia, the shooter was stopped by the armed safety officer. Kamala has long advocated for defunding police and having armed schools. So let's watch this part right here.
Obviously, the shooter was armed, and our school resource officer engaged him. And the shooter quickly realized that if he did not give up, that it would end with an OIS, or an officer-involved shooting. He gave up, got on the ground, and the deputy took him into custody. Obviously, the shooter.
Too bad Sneaky Pete's not here. I could ask them, what the gun laws are like over there in Georgia. The fuck, all these kids heads up telling that they're gay.
There's a lot in this conversation. But at its core, one of the issues that I think we should all agree on is that it is old thinking, it is outdated, and it is actually wrong and backward to think that more police officers will create more safety.
How would that not show up? How would that not work?
But at its core,
how does that not
there's
help?
a lot in this conversation.
I mean, more
one of the issues that
more police officers, more guns there. I think people would be less likely to do this kind of stuff. Oh no, you tell me. Gavin says they are confused. They don't know up from down. I don't know what's going on with them. I don't. In the thin air, more evidence of multiple shooters in Appalachia. Well, all right, let's change this. Let's get out of this. We don't need to do this school shooter stuff anymore. All right, so Molson Coors Light, you guys like the Rocky Mountain beer, is the latest addition to a growing list of companies reversing their diversity, equity, and inclusion policies. In an internal memo sent on Wednesday, sorry, my mouth's not working. The executive said the company will be getting rid of supplier diversity quotas, adding that they can be complicated and influenced by factors outside the company's control. They'll be getting rid of supplier diversity quotas. Supplier diversity quotas. I don't even know what that means. Supplier. So would that be the people buying it or the people selling it? Or let's see. But the brewer said that it will continue to make sure its suppliers are representative of the company's diverse consumer base. The company will also ensure all corporate charitable giving programs are focused on supporting a core business goals such as alcohol responsibility. I think they have to do that, right? Isn't that part of having an alcohol company? Got to do stuff like that. Disaster relief efforts and promoting access to higher education. Coors has also raised more than $700,000 for the LGBTQ plus negative. What the heck is that? Focused organizations through its Tap Into the Change program. I mean, it's their money. They can do whatever the hell they want with it. Gavin says, the more cops on campus lessen the shit we could get into as kids. We knew if they were around, we could be YA bound. Yeah. I don't know. Is YA just a California thing? Isn't because that's youth authority. That's basically YA is the jail for kids. It's the baby jail. All this stuff about being woke and blah, blah, blah. Who the heck cares? All right, we got the question of the day for you guys. What is a bad habit that you want to beat? What's a bad habit that I want to beat? I would say probably I like to get, when I get hungry sometimes, I'll eat something, but then it tastes so good that I just keep eating and eating it and eating it. Like I'll get a package of something and I'm like, damn, that was good. And it's like a single serving. So then you go back and get another one. That's probably the bad habit that I have. What kind of bad habits do you guys have that you'd want to give up? Let me know. There's only a couple of us in here today. What do you guys think? What y'all think? It's going fast. All right. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un sentences up to 30 government officials to death over floods in the country. Can you imagine this? Well, let's start off. Let's read it first. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un ordered up to 30 officials to be executed over their alleged failure to prevent massive flooding and landslides in the summer that resulted in the death of some 4,000 people, according to South Korean media. So an official under Kim's regime said 20 to 30 leaders have been charged. The downpours have damaged about 4,100 homes, swept over roads and rail links, and wiped out 3,000 hectares, which is around 7,410 acres, of farmland in the city of Siniju, a trade hub connected to China by bridge, and the nearby country of Uji County, to North Korean state media. About 5,000 people were rescued. So, what if there was no way to prevent this? So you're doing your job, you work for the government, you make a mistake, you have a rounding error, and you get sentenced to death? Not just you, 30 or 29 of your fellow coworkers. You get sentenced to death. Would make me not want to go work for the government. Some pretty scary stuff. Some pretty scary stuff. I wouldn't want to go anymore into work for them. Right now, you're not going to get the best of the best. Now you're going to get, second best, third best. Not even that, maybe. Maybe nobody will come to work for you anymore. Would you? I wouldn't work for somebody who's going to kill me if I make a mistake. Holy jeez. Freaking North Korea. Wow. All right, so here's one for the ladies. Says the World Darts Federation threatens disciplinary action against women who refuse to compete against biological men. Kevin says communist dictatorship at its finest. That's what we have to look forward to. I hope we don't have to look forward to that. All right, Donnie. All right, I'll give you a piece. Little stinker. He loves it when I do a show because he gets these treats. So this is from the Daily Wire. They say the World Darts Federation has threatened female competitors with disciplinary action if they refuse to compete against trans-identifying males ahead of this year's World Championship. The WDF issued a statement that made it clear the federation will not tolerate any woman who forfeits their match because they have to play against a biological male. Months after British female darts player Detta Hedman did just that. What's up, Denise Green? What's up, Denise Green? How you doing? So the WDF wishes to clarify its position on player withdrawals. Once the first dart has been thrown in a tournament, any player that subsequently withdraws from playing a match will be considered to be bringing the game into disrepute and could face disciplinary action. So this is a little different. They say once the first dart is thrown. So if you get put up against a man and you're a biological man and you're a female, and you haven't thrown a dart yet, can you, before you throw the dart, say, I don't want to play against a man? I mean, I don't know much about darts. Do women and men have a big difference in skill levels? I mean, but then you wouldn't think pool would be something that men or women, like I would almost think women could be better at pool, right? If they're more flexible, because sometimes, you got to do the behind the back, you got to do leaning over and stuff. I don't know. Let's look at darts. Let's go here real quick to Twitter and let's look up stuff on darts. I don't know. Women darts. Let's see if there's anything on it. World Darts Federation. Here we go. Let's watch this. It's just a picture. How far away do you sit or stand, I should say, from the dartboard? The World Darts Federation now threatening. Let's see if they show any video of it. Okay, well, let's look at how this woman's posing. Or I guess you call it posing? So, I mean, she's leaning over, right? So, I mean, you got to be able to have good balance. There's no way I could do this. Like, do they let you shoot from, like, is it illegal to shoot from a chair, you think? I guess if you're all in wheelchairs, then it's okay. Female darts have been warned. Is this the transgender player? Transgender player Noah Lynn Van Leuven has divided darts since joining the women's circuit. So this is the transgender woman. Interesting. I don't know. Do you think men or women have a difference of, playing in darts? I don't know enough about darts to say that. That's like saying, oh, I don't know. I don't know. I wish somebody could tell me right now if there's an advantage or not. I'm guessing there is if they have women's versus men darts. What do you guys think? So here we go. So it says Headman 63, 64. So she's 64. She's a three-time world champion finalist. Hit the headlines in May when she forfeited a match to Denmark Open in the Denmark Open. Excuse me, after refusing to take to face the Oach. I guess that's maybe what like the pitch is. What's the soccer field is called? Oach, whatever you want to say there. She defended her decision by telling German outlet Bild, "I'm not playing against a man in a women's event." In a lengthy statement posted on Facebook, Hedman previously explained that her stance on trans players, writing, "I have no issues with trans, but they should play in an open section, in my honest opinion." Right on. All right, let's see. Venezuelan dictator Nicolas Maduro decrees Christmas to be moved to October. Hey, you know what? Let's just change God's birthday. Let's just change Christmas. You know what? Christmas is no longer December 25th. He's going to make it October 1st. October 1st. Let's just make it. That's why he's a dictator, right? That's like saying, you know what? Tomorrow's going to be my birthday. I want y'all to go buy me birthday presents and send them to me. Send me a gift card to eddieblockfilms@gmail.com because tomorrow's my birthday. And then you know what? The next day is going to be my birthday again. And the next day. And every single day, I want you guys to send me a gift. That's basically what this guy's doing, right? Says the country's strongman president, Nicolas, made the curious announcement that this year's festivities would begin in October on Monday, in the midst of a political bleak midwinter for his crisis-stricken land. It's September, and it already feels like Christmas. What, have you been to Walmart or Costco or Home Depot lately? They got their Christmas stuff out already. So this year, as a way of paying tribute to you and thanking you, I'm going to decree that Christmas be brought forward to October 1st. And he proclaimed this during one of his frequent TV speeches. Wow. Venezuela's authoritarian leader, who is facing what experts call the greatest political challenge of his turbulent 11-year rule, promised all Venezuelans a Christmas of peace, happiness, and security. And we're going to have it October 1st instead of December 25th. Wow, this guy's got some gall, right? Authorities issued a warrant. So he already issued a warrant for his opponent's arrest, stating that they're lying about election integrity over there, but yet they can't prove anything about this election. Technically, isn't December 25th not Jesus' real birth date? I'm not sure the real date, but I've heard folks with more religious knowledge than me state that. I don't know where Hope is. Hope would know that. That's kind of Hope's area. Let's look this up real quick, I guess. We got the internet here at our hands for, right? Okay, so let's look up what is Jesus' real birthday. So the date of the birth of Jesus is not stated in the Gospels or in any historical sources, but this is Wikipedia. And the evidence is too incomplete to allow for consistent dating. However, most biblical scholars and ancient historians believe that his birth date is around 4 to 6 BC. Here we go, Live Science. I don't know what Live Science is. But it says, when was Jesus born? The birth of Jesus Christ is commemorated by millions of people around the world with the Christmas celebration of December 25th. Yet most scholars agree that he wasn't born on that day or even born in year AD 1. Researchers have speculated that the Roman Catholic Church chose December 25th because it ties in with the winter solstice at Saturnalia, a festival dedicated to the Roman deity of Saturn. The church could also co-opt this popular pagan festival as well as the winter celebration of other pagan religions by choosing this day to celebrate Jesus' birthday. So, I mean, back then they didn't really have days, did they? I don't know how well their calendars worked back then. I really don't. Already getting the pop-up ads. So you tell me, what do you guys think? I mean, you know what? If you make a date, just leave it that date. Just leave it the date. Just leave it the date. Do I have something on this? No, I don't. Okay, last news of the day, guys. So after this, we're gonna go to Twitter or just to go to Rumble only. So if you're on YouTube, check out us at Rumble, Eddie Block Films. Nightbot should have posted it up there somewhere. There's not a lot of people chatting. Yeah, right there. Join us on Rumble. You can click that link down there. Because after this, we're switching to Rumble only. So here it says Tim Walz's entire family endorses President Trump. Look at the picture here. Let me show you the picture. I love the picture. This is Tim Walz's family. Right here. It says Nebraska Walls for Trump. So I looked through this. This is actually really them. This is the photo of them. This is something they posted up on their own. And here it says this. A new leaked image shows members of vice presidential candidate Governor Tim Walz's family are supporting his Republican rival. The photo shared by former Nebraska GOP gubernatorial candidate Charles W. Herbster shows 8 people wearing Nebraska Walls for the Trump t-shirts. For Trump. Well, how did I say that, Trump? Trump replied to the image on Wednesday by previewing he plans to meet with another member of Walz's family who he is not in the image. The governor's older brother, Jeff, who former president says endorses his White House bid. Benny Johnson, this is the greatest troll of the 2024 election. I don't know. I think it's badass. But like I said last night, not everybody's family agrees with everything else they say, right? I mean, my brother and sister probably don't agree with everything I say. My aunt does, I know for sure. Me and my stepdad are on a pretty equal level, so I don't know. All right, guys, so we're going to play my song, and as soon as the song ends, we're going to be on Eddie Block Films on Rumble only. So head on over to Eddie Block Films, Rumble, and we're going to switch over as soon as the song ends. What else should we look at while we're going away?
Eddie Block Film Show. Eddie Block Film Show. Yeah, you're watching Eddie. Getting facts ready, keeping all the cameras steady, audio ready, so unlock, yep, and low. Patriots prepare for the Eddie Block Show.
All right, Donnie, all right.
Eddie Block Film Show. Eddie Block Films. Eddie Block Film Show. Eddie Block Eddie Block Films. Eddie Block Eddie Block Films.
All right, guys, catch you over on Rumble.